Last week we discussed about orthographic projection. I hope you are familiar with orthographic projection, the concepts, and first quadrant projection and third quadrant projection. And defaultly, we will be discussing only with first angle projection only, that is first quadrant projection, and representing the solutions with respect to the same parameters. So in order to identify an object in first quadrant, we have to imagine the object in first quadrant in such a way that the plane of projection is behind the object, and observer will be at this particular end and then project the object. So that is our concept. That is what we discussed. And let us see this example. For example, here a block is there which has got some slot as such. In this particular object, if some viewing direction is given, for example, for front view, something is given like for FV, that is the front view. That means an observer has to see the object in this direction first. That is the front view, that is the first direction. So if I see this object in this direction, which are the planes that I'll be able to see? So here automatically the object has been shaded in this particular color, light pink, as well as this plane is seen, which is very, very important. Similarly, the same, that means the plane of projection is here, observer is in between, and observer is here, and the object is in between. Similarly, an observer has to see the same object from top and identify the objects which are identify the planes uh, which can be seen from top. So here it is clearly identified in color, that is the green color, light green, the first plane is seen, and similarly the dark greens 1 and 2 are the two planes that are clearly visible, which you can see here. Next, similarly for side view, in this case it is left side view is given, and the right side on RPP, this left side view is represented, and that is right profile plane. From left side view, if we see this object, these are the planes that are seen. One, first plane, the light blue, and then 2 and 3. Three planes are seen, and the visible edges are dark as represented here. You can see these dark lines as visible edges that will be able to that an observer will be able to identify very easily, neglecting the any other hidden edges. In this object, very clearly visible edges are seen. So this is a three-dimensional concept. You have to convert it into a 2D drawing. What are you supposed to do? You are supposed to represent this 2D 3D imagination to a 2D drawing. That means you are going to represent a XY line, and similarly x1 y1 if necessary, and consider a vertical plane above and horizontal plane below. We discussed this last class, how horizontal plane is rotated in clockwise direction, and all top views will come below and vertical plane will be above. That means in first quadrant projection, or in simple first angle projection, VP HP, you just represent VP HP and represent the front view as well as the top view. You can see in the front view, this whatever the dimensions, if I give some dimensions, you should be able to represent these dimensions with respect to the drawing in the front view. Same way, this light pink and dark pink shapes are represented. And similarly, the top view, you cannot draw slightly towards the right or towards the left. You have to draw a line from the front view towards HP, that is on the lower side, and where these edges lie, there only the top view edges will lie. For example, this left side edge that represents this plane, one line. See, this whole L shape is represented by just one line here. That is in the front view, this just one line left hand side represents completely this plane L shape. So same way in the top view also, the L shape will be as it is represented in this one particular line. You must identify the views and represent the same properly. Drawing a projection line from here towards horizontal plane, and then start drawing the top view here accordingly and complete it here. So that means the projection lines, remember projections of points. In projection of points, we discussed that A dash is here means A will be here. B dash is here means B will be here. That means this corner and this corner should lie on the same line. This is a point, and then a line, and then a plane. Complete plane is represented by this line. Even if you take a piece of paper and you just rotate the piece of paper, it will just be seen as a line. That is, complete rectangle will be seen as a line. In projections of planes, you are seeing the front view of a rectangle or a pentagon to be just a horizontal line on HP, lying on HP. Same way, this side plane should be understood and represented properly. And you cannot shift this. See, these are thin lines that are represented to obtain this top view and represent it properly. And this top view should be represented in such a way that it starts from a particular point. You can assume around one box distance and then complete the top view. Similarly, if I want to represent the side view, I'll draw a x1 y1 line here and represent. For example, I'll draw a line here. I'll draw a x1 y1 line here and represent RPP. And similarly, here I can represent vertical plane, and similarly here horizontal plane. Wherever these views lie, wherever the front view lies, there only the side view will lie. So this is the concept with which first quadrant projection is drawn. That means orthographic projection. What are you doing here? A 3D concept has been converted into a 2D drawing according to particular standards. What are those standards? Projection concept of orthographic projection. Ortho means 90 degree. That means here these imaginary lines, what you are seeing, this is completely imagination. These imaginary lines are hitting this plane of projection at 90 degree. That is what this ortho means. Orthographic projection means ortho means 90 degree. So this angle is 90 degree. So this is what these representations will lie upon. I hope you have got this representation. And similarly, in order to obtain this side view, I'll draw a 45 degree line from here. I hope you're done in projection of points. And similarly, 45 degree, and then dimension this as 45 degree, and then line, I'll take very thin line, somewhat in same black color, and I have to draw a line till it meets 45 degree line here, and then from here you have to extend it further. Same way from here also I have to draw a line till it meets 45 degree line, and then draw the side view. This is an approximation that I am doing it in Zoom app, which is going on. You're not using this particular software here, you're using Solid Edge. So from here, if I take the projection line, it should be in a same line. Remember the edges, how to represent it. These lines are very important, and representations will be done. So I'm just clearing it off and then going to the next slide. Okay. Any doubts are there? Okay, according to the textbook, this is the first problem that will be given to you, or maybe you can represent it, and also the solution is given in your textbook. Like we'll be discussing about it. So an object dimension, see, a three-dimensional object is given, and dimensions are given 95, 90, 55, 60, some hole diameter, that is diameter 20. This is a standard type of dimensioning that is done. Diameter 20 hole is here, and here diameter 30 hole is here, and this radius is 35, and similarly this hole width is 70 mm, and this length is 95, and height is 90 mm. So standard representations is everything will be in millimeters only. Got it? All dimensions are in millimeters. That is what we will be representing. Viewing direction will be given like this, front view. And you have to see this object in front and represent its front view. So you can see the front view here, and I'll just try to draw here. So all these things, what you're seeing is a front view. Completely here you can see the front view of a of this object which is seen from this direction, which is seen from in this direction. Sorry, this is the front view. Arrow mark, whenever it is given like this is the front view that is obtained. So same way, if the object is seen from top, see I'm seeing this from top and I'm obtaining its top view. Where is the top view? This is the complete top view that is seen. This shape has to be represented properly in a 2D drawing. And similarly, right side view. So right side view is very important. So this right side view, when it is seen from right, it is represented on left profile plane. So this view will be on left profile plane. Very important. This right side view will be on left profile plane in first quadrant. Front view will be on vertical plane. I'll take this and represent it as capital letters VP. And similarly, this will be on horizontal plane HP. So the same, I hope you have understood the concept of three-dimensional projection. And then I'll go to next slide. That is how these views are drawn. See, this is the view. This is the object that was given, and 2D drawing is given, orthographic projection as such, where 95, this whole 95 is represented here, and the front view is completely represented here. And very important thing is line. See, wherever this line starts, there only the top view line will start. Very, very important. Similarly, here also, wherever the circle hole is there, circle is represented, there only the front view is represented. Similarly, here also, in representing a hole, see here, in this representing a hole, dashed lines are represented against diameter 20. That is from this height, from height of 55 mm, you are representing the center of the circle where a drilling operation is done. And then for 5 mm and 5 mm, that is the diameter 20, means here radius 10 mm and 10 mm, I am directly marking two lines here which represents a hidden line. In the front view, see here in the front, this whole dimension is not seen properly here. Are you able to see here? Hole is not visible, it is hidden in an object, so it will be represented in dashed lines. Similarly, it is happening here also, which represents a complete hole, a drilled hole. Very, very important. And this hole is seen only in the right side view. This is dark, this view is dark, but this diameter 30 hole, see this diameter 30 hole is seen here with two lines, these two lines as a hidden line, which is not seen very clearly. So that is very, very important. And here also the front view hole diameter 20 hole is represented as a hidden line in the top view. This is the conventional and standard representation of a hole, a drilled hole. Here also, see here, it is a drilled hole. The center line that is represented here means, here see, this is a center line that is represented here, means it is a drilled hole. This line which represents axis of a drill bit means that it is a drilled hole of that particular position. So that is all about orthographic projection. Identify the dimensionings here. Extension lines are very, very thin. You can see here. See here, these are extension lines. What you are seeing, thin lines. This is the object which is represented in 2B, and these extension lines are represented in 2H, or thin lines in HB pencil only. And this is a computer printout. You are representing this arrow mark in a filled way. You can represent the arrow mark in an open way, but it should be, the taper should be very clear. I have told you about the dimensioning. This taper of the triangle is, if it is horizontally 1 mm, I'll draw it like this. If it is 1 mm like this, the altitude is 3 mm. So that is the proportion you are supposed to maintain for a arrow mark. This is just a representation, just to identify. If this is 1 mm, this is 3. 1:3 ratio has to be maintained for dimensioning. That is very, very important. So I'll go to the next slide and give an example. Okay, this is the first example what we are taking for in drawing orthographic projection. I'll show the answer also. Okay, see, the viewing direction is given, the front view. The question will be directly like, draw the orthographic projection of the part given below. That's all. And one particular viewing direction is given, will be given, and then remaining answers you are supposed to represent. So according to these dimensioning, I have to represent this 2D drawing from this 3D view. I'll stop this and start sharing one more sheet. I have just copied and pasted same object in a paint in this paint. So are you able to see the screen, Mr. Arvind M?
Yes, sir. Can't see.
Okay, so here for orthographic projection, when viewing direction is given from the front, you tell me, or I'll just pick a color, a green color, and just fill this color wherever the front view is obtained. See, are you able to identify this is the plane that is seen when the same object is seen from top? Sorry, the front view. Whenever I see the object from the front, only this plane is seen. That means the dimension 100 is seen, and you need dimension 15 also, you need dimension 30 also, here also 15, and height 20 also is necessary. Similarly, I can pick one more color, blue color, and see the same object from top now. I'll see the object from top. So this is the object which I am seeing from front, and then if I see this from top, I'll just fill this color in. I'll pick the blue color and see when I see this from top and try to fill it. See 1, 2, 3, and also this plane as well as in the other way, which is not seen. Even that plane is also clearly seen in the top view. See, top view means represented in blue color, and similarly in the front view means represented in green color. Same way, I can select one more object. I'll pick the color. Okay, are you able to see this new object, Mr. Ravind?
Can't see, sir.
1 second. Okay, I'll share this. See, and one more example. See, viewing direction is given here. That's the front view. So, thanks. See, this is the new object. I'm going to pick a color. Okay, I'll just select green color for the front view. So I'll identify the planes which are very easily seen. This is the front view. These 3 planes are very clearly seen in the front view. So identifying the object, I can represent this 125, 60, and again this line at 45 mm, and then this height at 20 plus 20, 40. So this D plane, E plane, and F plane is clearly seen. I'll pick one more color for top view. So top view, I'll go to identify the top view. A, B, and C, 3 planes are clearly seen in the top view. I hope you're able to understand these concepts. And similarly, from right side view, whenever you're representing, seeing an object from the right, you are representing it on left profile plane. So I'll take one more color, a purple or some light blue color, and fill this H plane. See, these are dimensioning line, not the object, just understand. G and H represents for the right view, and similarly ABC represents ABC planes are seen in the top view, and similarly D, E, and F is seen in the front view. So what are you supposed to do is very, very important, and most importantly, I'm going to represent. Hold on for a second. Okay, are you able to see the textbook?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Uh, this is the textbook I'm following, Subhash Stores Machine Drawing. And when you go to orthographic projection, some simple concepts are given. And here you can see the example that I just now showed you. You can represent it in your sketchbook with taking up a particular scale. And this is the very first problem that we are going to solve here. What you can see here is a simple problem that just now I displayed here. And the dimensions 100 and 30, 15, most of the things are represented. So the same three-dimensional view has to be converted to a 2D drawing like this in your sketchbook. So obviously this will be your first assignment, and first assignment to represent. If you don't have this particular sheet, you can continue in your old drawing sheet that you used for computer aided engineering drawing and represent it. So let us start. Before drawing this, I'll go to this paint only, because I had a very important work, okay, which had to be done in your sketchbook. On the left hand side of the sketchbook, you have an empty sheet where you can draw a rough sketching that I'll be doing right now. First thing is to draw a XY line. Draw a XY line and name it as X, and similarly Y. And next, very important thing is front view is given and top view is given. Obviously VP will be above, HP will be below, but you don't know whether it is you have to take RPP or LPP. As left view is given, you must take RPP. That means I'll represent right profile plane, RPP, and similarly VP, HP always on left hand side. If some other problems are given, like right side view R, if only R is given, if only F is given, then you are supposed to take VP, HP on the right hand side and represent LPP here. And where there is no planar projection, you are supposed to draw a 45-degree line always. If it is LPP, 45-degree line will be on the left hand side. So see here, when a rough sketch, draw a rough sketch in freehand on your left hand side before drawing this particular problem, and rejoin after 10 minutes if the Zoom times out. And if the session ends, immediately log in to the same. Will not take much time. We'll complete only this problem today. So drawing here the front view in green color. I think this is 100. Got it? I hope 100 is seen, very easily seen. And then that is 10 boxes. In your sketchbook, it is 10 boxes. First draw in green color whatever you are able to see. I'll represent and something in a rough sketch. I'm going to draw like this. Forget about dimensioning. Just draw the concept in a 2D drawing, what a front view looks like. You need not have worry about, I am just drawing it in Zoom, annotating it in Zoom. You draw a freehand sketching for completely XY line and everything with respect to this. And similarly, wherever this line is there, I have to represent a top view. For top view, I'll just take one more color. Okay, let it be as it is. So top view will be here. It starts here. This length will be 40, and again this will be 100, and again 40, and this will be 100. And see, this edge is seen. This 15 mm edge is seen. So that will be a dark line. And this edge is also seen. Again, this is a dark line. This edge is seen. That is a dark line. Again, one more, this edge is seen. This will be a dark line. If I start coloring this, all these things will be in blue color. This will be in green color, just for representation and understanding purpose. If I want to draw the left view, as it is given left view, from here line I'll take a 45-degree line where there is no plane of projection, always adjacent to vertical plane, RPP will be there. I'll draw a thin line, extend it further, and where these two lines meet is the starting point of, I'll draw it like this. Okay, this is the arrow mark that I am representing. From top view, draw a line at the extreme nearest end. You just leave one box. That is enough for all the problems. Draw the projection towards the 45-degree line. From here, draw a projection towards upper side, and then from the starting point, the nearest point to the XY line, plane line to XY line is this line. From here, draw a projection, and then this is the starting point of the next figure. So in side view, what all is seen? 40 is seen, and height 45 is seen. So from here, I'll draw a line in red color as it is a view. This is 40, and similarly this is 45, or from here directly identify the boxes and represent it. So this will be the side view. Even this edge can be obtained by drawing a line from here till it meets here and then project it upwards. Even this is also possible, okay, or directly 40 mm and 45 mm. And next, very important, see here, there is an edge here, so which is not seen from the left. So take line command, and it is in red, means this proportion, wherever this cut is there, for a height of 20 mm from the base, or 25 mm from the top, directly I can draw a dashed line. So here dashed line, which represents a hidden line. That edge is completely hidden. This is just a rough figure. Please understand it properly. In the same way, you are supposed to draw a hidden line. And see 100 mm, if there is 10 boxes, I can count 10 box and represent it in your sketchbook. Totally, I need here 10 boxes, and here this is 40. If I dimension 40, that is 14 box I need. And similarly here also, this is, as this is 40, here I need 45. So totally 45 plus 40, around 85. That means to complete the problem, this plan must be there. You need 85, leaving in between two boxes around, you can take 20 mm, 105. That is around 11 boxes. 11 boxes like this you need, and 14 plus 2, I'll take allowance, 2 or 4 you can take allowance, 18 boxes. Here 18 box, and here 12 boxes. If you have, you can solve the problem. If not, you have to take a suitable scale. What do you mean by scale is very, very important. If you are unable to accommodate this drawing in a one particular sheet of paper, that is your in your sketchbook, then you are supposed to take a suitable scale. That is 100 mm line. For example, here 100 mm line is there, means you are supposed to draw it for only 5 boxes. That is 50 mm if 1:2 scale is used. Are you able to get it? I hope you have understood that. Same, if this 100 mm and 140, all the three views are not accommodating in one particular sheet of paper, then you are supposed to use scale, 1:2 scale. That means same 100 mm you are dimensioning it, but drawing it for only 50 mm. 40 mm will be 20, and this 40 will be for only 2 boxes, that is 20 mm, but you are dimensioning it as 40 and mentioning it here at the top, scale 1:2. If it is possible, you can accommodate and represent it as scale 1:1 as such. And after completing and dimensioning, you are supposed to represent all dimensions are in millimeter. That is very, very important, and represent the same. So this is a rough figure what you are representing on the left hand side of your booklet, not the answer. So if you are familiar with freehand sketching, if you are familiar with small lines and used to it, 5 problems you construct using scale, but the next 5 problems you must do it by some practice using freehand sketching only. In examination, obviously you are using the tools, but some problems you can draw it using scale and freehand sketching. We'll start solving this problem in our sketchbook. I'll stop sharing the screen. I hope you understood the concept. Now I'll be